Hello, Pam here with Magic Studios. Welcome new viewers and my faithful supporters. Today I am showing you a simple stab bound journal. You can use your marbled papers or your digitally downloaded papers from my Etsy store. Information on that at the end of the video. There are several supplies you need to gather, so stop the video at the next slide to collect them. And when you are ready, let's get started. Okay, now you have your supplies together. Determine the size of the cover, and then I'm folding it in half using a bone folder. I always start in the middle and go out to the edge and then come back to the middle and go out to the opposite edge, all the while holding. Now you've determined the size of your copy paper to be a ½ inch smaller than your cover. Then go cut it in half and slide it inside your cover right at the fold. Close it. Okay, dash off and get some clothespins or binder clips. These are useful in holding your cover and your pages together as we start punching holes next. Put one clip at one end and the other clip at the opposite end. And this is away from the spine, the folded edge. Next, you want to get a colored piece of paper. This is my cheat way to make your holes. Mark it to be the same size as your cover. Go and cut it. Bring it back, match it back up. And then here's what I do to cheat. I fold it in half. And then I'm going to make two marks on it, two little straight marks on it. And I'm just choosing random points to make those marks and kind of equal from each edge, the cut edge and the folded edge. And then when you pick it up, turn it over and make sure those little dash lines are visible on both sides. This is just an easy way to get around from using a ruler. But I will show you that when you do this, you get really close on having an evenly spaced 4 holes, which those holes are going to be known as stations. See there, I'm going back in and making them darker. And just to double check for fun, I bring out a ruler and I'm going to find out how far away that is. So you're using this colored paper, slide it under the clips, leave approximately 1 inch away from the spine before you permanently clip it in for this next step. And see, I'm going to measure, and what I found out was that each station is roughly 1 3/4 inches away from each other. Pretty cool, huh? You can go away with having to do a lot of math too, which I find helpful. So now you're going to take this, your bound book, clipped book, get your awl or your ice pick and press down really hard. Yep, sorry about that. You get a good view of my elbow. It was a cold day when I was doing this, so just push down into that old catalog. It saves your table so that you don't have holes all over it. So you get to do some work and strengthen your upper body muscles at the same time. And then what you want to do, you want to pull up the holes. It made a mark where they are. It's really hard to see, but go and start making the holes bigger for when you put your needle through. And watch that needle coming out the opposite side. You see that I have my finger out of the way because I like my finger where it is. I think most people like their fingers on their hands. So making these holes bigger is helpful for when we start threading through the holes. Excellent. Okay, so now that you've got your holes punched, we need to measure our thread. You can use wax linen, and that's what I have. You can use cotton embroidery floss. You can use cotton hemp, but please use anything that can fit through the eye of your needle. Bookbinder's needles' eyes are a little bigger. So let's measure our thread. I just lay it down beside the spine of my book. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4 times the length of your spine. This is another easy way to get around doing numbers and math. So then you snip it off and you're ready to push it through the eye of your needle. Now with waxed linen, you can pinch that together and it holds a good point. And then bring it through. See, I'm wiggling and pulling, wiggling and pulling to get it through there. And then I'm going to loop over, about a good amount for my hand to hold to keep it from slipping out from the needle. Yeah, see that? That's good to hold. Now, station number 1 is the hole on the left, and I'm going to turn it over to the back and push my needle from the back to the top and pull. And now you see why it's so vital to make those holes big enough to push through the hole. Have the extra thread clipped by the clothespin or binder clip. That way you don't ever pull it out. So just a handy little tip that I like to share. Next, go to station 2, the second hole, and you're going down through it from the top. Pull it, flip your book over, go in station 3 from the bottom to the top. Push and pull. These first passes through the holes are easier than the next ones. And this string just gets in the way sometimes. It has its own mind. So go down through station 4 and pull. Always snug up each stitch so that it's tight. Now I'm going down through station 4 and I'm pulling, and see it starts to be a little tougher. So you pull it, and then this stitch, I want it to go around the edge of the book. It's just a little touch that I like to do. Some stab bound journals don't do that touch. But now you're going to go around the spine, and I'm going down through station 4 again and pull so that that wraps around the spine. Oh, see how tough that is? Look, I'm wiggling and wiggling and wiggling, so I'm basically making the hole bigger right now. So it's to your advantage to make the holes bigger the first time. So see, it goes around the spine. Next, go to station 3 from the bottom to the top, and I'm snugging up my stitch there, and pull, wrap around the spine at station 3, and it's going to come out on the top, which is good. Okay, again, look at, I'm struggling with this. I apologize for this, but it's live when I was filming it. That's the struggle is real, shall we say. And next I'm going to station 2, go down through station 2, pull it, wrap around the spine. See, it was from the back, wrap it around to the front. And pull it tight. There you go. See, it makes a nice decorative edge as well. Again, snug up your stitches and go over to station 1. Station 1 is going to be a little different, so you're going to pull it, push from the back to the front, and pull, pull, snug that stitch up. Now I'm going to go around the outside edge. And see, continuing to snug up. You pull on both threads. Going down from the bottom. And you keep pulling, and you pull it around the edge of that edge of the book, and then wrap it around the spine, and here's where we're going to tie it off. And see the threads coming out of that hole? So you want to tie a knot using that loose end and snug it up. And an easy way to do that is to slide that needle underneath that stitch, that binding thread, and then you can tie your knot, and it snugs right into that hole and kind of disappears, which is really, really cool. Hello, head. So you can do that 1 or 2 times until you feel that it's snug enough. I'm going to do it one more time. And pull. And then you want to cut the extra thread off and unclip it, and voila, you have made a journal with marbled paper. Give yourselves a round of applause.
So that was pretty easy, right? You will become better with practice, I promised. So this small book is a perfect gift for children as a way for them to draw pictures in it and keep them all in one spot. And for your friends as a way for them to make notes about life as we are living it right now. And there are 1,000 other ways that this little small journal can be used. So please don't forget to share my channel with your friends and family. And drop comments down below. That's one way I know what you're thinking, and I would love to interact with you. This is Pam. Until we meet again, marble on!